All right. So thank you once again so much for joining us for today's webinar. Let's go ahead and get started. So today, like I mentioned, we're going over holiday print solutions that we have. And again, some of these you might know about, some of these you might not, and hopefully we can give you some really good ideas behind the holidays, you know, especially when it comes to advertising for your customers and your customers going out there and taking advantage of the holiday season. I think a lot of people right now are looking towards you guys, you know, the kind of print experts for them, the advertising experts for them. And it's a good way to reach out right now. So first, let's take a look at the holiday market. What big opportunities lie within the holiday market? As we all know, the holiday market is huge. And this year, the holiday sales are projected to be $1.3 trillion in retail. So that's for this year, for this quarter. And not only that, but it's higher than last year. So 7 to 9% higher. It's an increase from last year from 7 to 9%. So definitely that's a really good sign of how the economy is recovering, especially after the pandemic. People are like very eager to get out there, get out to stores, get out to retail establishments, get out to local businesses, you know, and make purchases. So it's a really, really good sign that we're seeing at the moment. Statistics tell us that 86% of consumers will buy from small and medium businesses. And not only that, but 60% of that portion will stay within the local market. So that local market is you guys. You know, you guys are within that local market in your communities, all those small businesses, small to medium-sized businesses within your communities. That's exactly the people that you can definitely target. And of course, you know, there's also if you have other bigger corporate customers, that you reach out to, that's definitely fair game for all of you guys. But I would focus on the local market because that's really where your business, the majority of your businesses lie. Definitely communicate with your customers. Let them know if, obviously they already know about the holidays, but let them know that right now is the right time to get marketing. All right. So let's see what the holiday print behavior, what guides consumers, what type of print guides consumers during the holidays. And let's see what kind of behavior or what kind of print reaches consumers the best. So first, let's look at the timeline. You know, as I talked about a little bit earlier, you need to start planning now with your customers. Hopefully you have already started, but if you haven't, definitely take advantage right now and get with your customers to start planning their holiday sales calendar or their holiday, marketing calendars. As you can see by this, kind of calendar we created, starting in early October, 48% of consumers will start looking to see what they're going to buy for the holidays. That means, what they're going to buy for gifts for everybody. That means what type of products that they might purchase for fundraisers that are coming up. What type of products that, maybe corporate businesses might give away to their employees. So it really kind of includes a lot of different factors or a lot of different types of sales and opportunities for you guys and your customers to be able to go market. By early November, 59% of consumers will start shopping. So by that time, early November, you need to, from early October to early November, that's the time to get ads in front of consumers' faces. That's the time to get signage out there, onto storefronts, signage into, into stores even, time to send out direct mail. That is the time right there. And then from early November to the end of November, 49% of consumers will have 49% of their shopping left. So think about that for a second. From early November to the end of November, they've already done half of their shopping. So it's a really kind of small window that you have to market and reach consumers. And that's something that you really need to communicate to your own customers. So that way they know of the urgency that they need to get advertisements out there, that they need to get their marketing out there, and all the print that you can provide for them, all the signage, all the flyers, brochures, and everything else that comes with holiday print. All right. So here's some statistics on how consumers interact with the print directly. And again, this is super good for you to communicate to your customers. Make sure you kind of keep this in mind when communicating on their marketing plans and marketing campaigns for the full year. 68% of consumers will make a purchase after seeing a sign during the holidays. So that means if somebody's walking by a retail establishment, or even within the store, if they see a rack and it's like a sale rack or a holiday sale rack, or maybe a sign that says, 30% off, that it really affects consumer buying within retail establishments. So definitely make sure to communicate that to your customers to have enough signage within their stores and outside their stores, so that way they can communicate whatever sales or specials they have within the holidays. Direct mail ads during the holidays can bring in a total yearly revenue, can bring in 50 to 75% of the total yearly revenue for a business. So that's why it's super important for your customers to realize that this holiday season, especially this one, like I mentioned, because of the pandemic and everything, it's a really important one. It brings in the bulk of their revenue, for throughout the year. So definitely make sure to communicate that to your customers. They need to get ads or advertising, marketing out to people way ahead of time. Next statistic here is 27.5 billion will be spent on gift cards during the holidays. So when you think gift cards, you might think, oh, well, I can't produce gift cards. You can produce the gift card holders. You can produce the greeting cards that go in there. You can produce the gift card holders. We do offer that as well, gift card holders with slits in it, so that way you can just insert the gift card into them. So make sure that's a ton of business specifically for gift cards, that you can provide to your customers, especially if they're offering it. And even if they don't offer it, you can provide kind of alternative solutions to maybe offering a gift card or maybe some sort of greeting card behind a special that they're running. It's a really great idea. Definitely communicate to your customers. All right, so now let's spend some time on the key holiday products that we think will benefit your customers and also make you a nice little profit. All right, so first let's start off with direct mail and EDDM. Again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the webinar, a lot of that business revenue is going to focus on local businesses, local areas, exactly who your customers, who you're serving, and who your customers are. And direct mail and EDDM is a perfect way to reach out to them, and also for your customers to reach out to their customers. So again, I've mentioned this statistic before, but 85% of local businesses' revenue comes from a 3 to 5 mile radius. So that's a really, kind of tight radius. And EDDM and direct mail is the perfect way to, get to them. Some product ideas we have here are, pumpkin patch or tree lot fundraisers. Schools, football teams, churches, they all do this type of kind of sales to fundraise for their associations. It's a really great way to advertise with direct mail and EDDM because it reaches that main target. You're not gonna take a tree farther than 15, 20 miles. You're not gonna drive a tree outside of that area. So it's perfect for that type of business. That type of fundraising solution. So, they're going to take it to and from their house, and then that's it. Holiday gift ideas. So again, gift cards, relating to the gift cards, the coupons. EDDM is a really good one where you can print, large sizes for direct mail and EDDM. You can print an 8.5 by 11, and I have kind of a profit potential chart right here, specifically for the one I'm about to talk about. But you can print with EDDM an 8.5 by 11 cell sheet with a bunch of different holiday products, for that retail service or, whatever you're doing the print for, whoever you're doing the print for, along with the coupon at the bottom of it. They're really popular and you see them all the time. And not only is it nice to have a lot of products in there, but it stands out in the mail. And that's another benefit that you need to communicate to your customers. That 8.5 by 11 stands out apart from almost everything else in the mail. So definitely a good one to keep in mind. Another way to communicate is with the doing a direct mail for restaurants, open on. So like open on Thanksgiving, open on New Year's, we're open on Christmas. A lot of restaurants close, and if somebody doesn't close, it's a big benefit to them, you know, especially in terms of revenue. And again, if you know any restaurants that you're already doing printing for, communicate that to them, that they should do a direct mail or EDDM mailing for their local area to make sure that everyone around them knows that they're going to be open on these holidays. And then finally, New Year's clearance, clearance inventory. It's just kind of a general sales clearance for the new year. A lot of clothing businesses do that. End of year sale. What's it called? Electronic stores will do that a lot of the times. So definitely make sure to keep that in mind when you're talking to customers and what markets you're trying to reach. And again, take a look at this profit potential. And again, this is for EDDM and 8.5 by 11. This is for around 5,000 pieces, but the profit potential is huge, and this cost here that you see at the top, that includes the printing, the bundling, the processing, and the postage. So everything is included, within that price. So, and with full service, with EDDM full service, you give us the artwork and we literally take care of the rest. We print, we do the EDDM processing, and we deliver it to the USPS for further delivery. So we take care of everything for you. All right, let's take a look at signage. Again, as I said, the statistic, signage is really important for consumers when they're making a decision. And as you see here, 48% of people said they're more willing to shop at a location with high quality signage. All right, so that's a really good statistic to tell your customers, whether it's on the outside or the inside, signage makes people shop, makes them head towards a specific area in the store. So it's a really good way to direct and navigate customers as to, what they want to buy and what they're looking for. First, we can start with PVC up here. PVC is, I really like PVC for the holiday season. It's a super flexible type of material. So it is a, plastic PVC. It's literally flexible, but the product is also flexible in various ways where you can use it to, just advertise a big area, or you can cut out these, kind of signage. They go into existing hardware that's inside stores. So for example, if you've ever been to like a Macy's or a Nordstrom, they'll have like these kind of sign holders. PVC most of the time will fit into those sign holders. Make sure to test it, of course, because every kind of sign holder is a little bit different, but most of the time PVC will fit into those. Not only that, but you can do a lot of kind of custom bindery or custom die cuts with PVC. You can contour cut it so you can get like decorations if you're looking for decor for a store. If somebody wants to do something very custom, you can do that. And you can also get grommets on it. So you can hang it from the ceiling and it's double-sided. So that way people will be able to see the signage from both sides. So it's a really, really great type of sign, a very flexible product that you can apply to different types of use cases. Sidewalk signs is another really great one. The sidewalk signs are really useful for various purposes, not only to just put outside a store and just advertise something, right? But restaurants will have maybe a special menu, for the holidays that they want to advertise. Maybe you use it for a curbside. Maybe for the holidays, a specific retail store wants to put curbside pickup. That's been very, very popular because of the pandemic. That's a really great use for a sign. And not only that, but there's a low entry point to purchase it. And I kind of put the profit potential here, but the base cost for a 24 by 36 sidewalk sign, that's pretty big. That's a really big sidewalk sign, is $99.75 from us. And that includes the actual Signage plastic sign and the coral inserts that go on both sides of it. The coral is one-sided, but they go into, we print two pieces, so that way they'll go inside each side. And again, the coral is so inexpensive, you can print additional coral pieces for each holiday. Each additional coral, 2 pieces of coral is $14.66. Again, that's a really nice profit, and just multiply that 14 or that profit here by however many holidays you're going to hit. The sign cost is once for the hardware, and then you just reprint the coral inserts for every single holiday. So it's a really, really great one. Another one for signage is window clings. Window clings are really easy. Just stick it on the door. You can maybe have holiday hours. You can have specific holidays hours on there. Maybe a specific discount that you want to advertise on the windows. No mess. You just kind of put it on the window. It clings to it, and that's it. So it's a really nice kind of temporary signage solution for the holidays. And then finally, fabric tube displays. I did want to point this out because I also think it's a really good kind of flexible signage that you can move around to different areas. It's good for navigational signage if you want to point somebody in the right direction. Maybe you know, you're doing like someone has a photo booth with Santa, or somebody wants to go to a pumpkin patch. It can direct people, you know, navigational signage. Because you can literally put it anywhere. And not only that, but the quality of the sign and the print is really, really great. It looks like a permanent sign, but it's really temporary. Not only that, but the fabric, you can change out the fabric for every single holiday as well. So it's a really great bonus to your customers to purchase the hardware once, and then they can change out the signage whenever they want to. So even after the holidays, they're still going to have that hardware. They can still use it in different ways. You know, and that's another big bonus for the sidewalk signs too. They're going to have that hardware for the rest of the year, the rest of the life of that sign. They can just change out the coral every single time, and they're going to get the print from you every single time. So it's a really, really great product. And then finally, I did want to talk about point of sale and packaging products. This is really, really huge for the holidays. You know, in addition to all the kind of standards that I talked about, which are the, you know, regular signage, greeting cards for gift card holders, direct mail, postcards. Another good one is calendars. I didn't mention calendars, but calendars is a really nice kind of holiday gift that a lot of businesses also use. But I did want to focus on point of sale and packaging products just for a bit. Hang tags are super flexible. You know, not only is it a literal tag for a product, but you can use it for giveaways, various giveaways during the holidays, like a Halloween giveaway, a gift bag, if some business is doing that. You can also use it for fundraisers though. You know, we have wine tags available, wine bottle tags. If somebody is doing, you know, some sort of fundraiser where they're giving away wine, maybe to tables, a great branding option, you know, for customers, for your customers to do that. Roll labels, there are a ton of different roll labels that we offer. We have white BOPP, we have a clear BOPP stock, we have a really low cost semi-gloss paper roll label stock, and we have foil. We have a very nice looking silver foil roll label stock. Definitely take a look at all the different uses. There's so many different uses for that. Again, for branding boxes, food packaging, you know, and or just sticking on to people when they come in. You know, maybe like it's like a little ticket to verify that they paid for like a pumpkin patch or a cornfield maze. You know, I've seen people do that so that way they know they got a ticket and paid for it. So that's another really great use for it. And then finally, paperboard boxes. Our packaging solutions are kind of like a hidden gem within 4over, but they're super, super useful for, you know, different ones, especially if you focus on any promotional products during the holidays. This is a great addition. A lot of the point of sale and packaging products can influence different consumers. So at the top, the statistic is 72% of consumers say that packaging quality can influence their purchasing decisions. So it's a really important to have like a nice finished package that you can deliver to consumers, because they really pay attention to it. The nicer that package looks, the more connection they have with it. So definitely communicate that to your customers and make sure they know that, you know, so that way they can sell more. And once they sell more, they're going to bring you more. So the more you communicate these benefits to your customers, the more they're going to trust you, the more they're going to like it, the more they will profit, and the more you'll profit. So it's kind of like this whole circle of things. And then the profit potential here that I kind of pointed out is for an aquafoil hang tag. So again, you can do majestic products as well with a lot of these products that I mentioned. This is for a 2x2 aquafoil hang tag. Cost to you is very minimal, and the profit potential is very high because it is a foil product. And in addition, you're doing extra bindery, which is the kind of drill hole within the hang tag. 4x4 foil on both sides. And remember, with aquafoil, you can do multiple color foils all for one low price. So you don't have to pay for the additional foils, but you might translate that into more profit in your pockets because, you know, for somebody else to do that, it does cost more, but it doesn't cost more here with 4over. All right. All right. So thank you so much. That's pretty much all I have for the holiday products. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that.